Don't dismiss video games as sheer escapism. They may teach you just as much about history as any old school textbook that isn't collecting dust on your shelf right now. We can often put down the controller after learning something new about people who came before us thanks to faithfully reproducing historical settings and subliminally teaching the gamer about the time period through that most effective of learning instruments, entertainment. Even educational institutions are catching on, employing games to immerse their students in the chronicles of history while having a little fun at the same time. There are hundreds of historical games to choose from, but we've chosen the ones that we believe provide the best balance of educational authenticity and current fun. Check out the list below to find your next favorite historical location to time travel to right now. Don't forget to subscribe for more such videos. 6. Assassin's Creed Origins. With Ubisoft's historical fiction series priding itself on the authenticity of its settings, this list could easily just be a rundown of every Assassin's Creed game to date. However, as the only title so far with an education-focused discovery mode, Assassin's Creed Origins remains our chosen winner for the time being. Origins' stunning depiction of ancient Egypt at the end of the Ptolemaic period is a sight to behold, defined by great attention to detail even as it takes the customary Assassin's Creed creative liberties with its tale, even using Egyptian mythology to contextualize the more outlandish sequences. In terms of historical immersion, the aforementioned discovery mode is also a walking tour of ancient Egypt, something that few other games or learning aids can match. The game was so historically accurate that it predicted the secret room concealed within the Giza Pyramid, which was discovered 1 month after it was released. 5. Rome, Total War. Every game in the Total War series does an excellent job of converting historical settings into tactical gameplay, but for many fans of the franchise, Rome, Total War remains the most powerful of the group. 4. Sid Meier's Civilization V. It's no secret that the Civilization series has long been a favorite among academics, and not just because the game is incredibly addicting and a lot more enjoyable way to spend an evening than reading Noam Chomsky's latest thesis. Sid Meier's strategy games have proven their ability to make geopolitics entertaining, gamifying the causes and reasons for some of history's most significant geopolitical events. 3. Verdun. Verdun was leading the charge with its ultra-realistic simulation of trench warfare in World War I until the Battlefield and Call of Duty franchises returned to the front lines of the two world wars in 2016 and 2017, respectively. Verdun, a multiplayer shooter from M2H, emphasizes squad-based methods inspired by the rhythm of warfare on the Western Front, with 15 historically inspired classes each carrying their own weapons, equipment, and tasks on the battlefield. The weapon handling in Verdun is also designed to be as genuine as possible, which means it'll be significantly less smooth and simplistic than you're used to from a first-person shooter. All of this comes together to create a dirty, chaotic, and completely devalued multiplayer experience that is far more realistic to the events of the Great War than any other shooter we've seen. 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. The open world of Red Dead Redemption 2 is made out of a collection of fictional US states, yet everything in it is based on real-world. If you're familiar with Rockstar's meticulous attention to detail, you'll be pleased to learn that their latest open-world western is the ultimate package for immersing yourself in the life of a 19th-century American frontiersman. You won't be studying the history of the Civil War or memorizing the US Bill of Rights, but you will learn the finer points of the cowpoke lifestyle, such as sharpening bullets with your hunting knife or catalog of animals, birds, and fish that would have populated the West's rolling plains, Great Lakes, and snow-capped mountains. Of course, the setting is virtually photorealistic in its beauty and richness, adding to the experience's realism is the next best thing to true time travel. 1. Europa Universalis 4. I'll be the first to admit that the name Europa Universalis 4 sounds more like a Battlestar Galactica spaceship than a piece of interactive entertainment, but since its release in 2013, Paradox Interactive's empire-building strategy game has been hailed as one of the best pieces of historical entertainment this side of Gladiator. Europa Universalis 4 is a fantastic introduction to how our system of nation-states was established, and why the history of such statecraft has been so plagued with conflict, conquest, and political tension, thanks to its finely built framework of grand strategy role-playing. Of course, you won't realize you're being taught anything because you'll be too engrossed in the game's dopamine-inducing command and conquering loop to notice. That replay value is largely due to Europa Universalis 4's constant cultivation of freedom and agency, which allows players to really consider the kinds of zero-sum decisions that some of history's greatest leaders may have faced in the past. Okay, so Napoleon probably never had to worry about his game save being lost in the event of a severe PC crash, but you get the idea. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more such videos.